This audio is brought to you by support from viewers like you, whether it's liking, commenting, subscribing, or the particularly generous folks on screen who support through YouTube and or Patreon memberships. Thank you all. And I hope that you enjoy. Ugh. Oh. Lugging these things around is the worst part about pumpkin carving. Hey, you have to get the biggest pumpkin you can find. Where's the fun in being reasonable? Whatever you say, snooze fest. When it comes to Halloween, I indulge way beyond FDA limits. I only have one chance a year, so I gotta make it count. Of course I never grew up. Being mature is lame. Did you get your carving kit from the closet like I asked? What do you mean excessive? All these tools help make the job easier. Hey, pumpkin carving is a lot more than just stabbing a fruit until it looks funny. It is an art. Yeah. Let's pop these suckers open. Whoa! What are you doing? You don't open up the top. You start from the bottom. Well, the candles inside can melt the pumpkin, and it's much easier for a roof to collapse than a floor. Plus, cutting out the bottom makes it easier to put the candle in. You could just set it on the lid and put the pumpkin on top. What? Why would we use electronic lights? Well, you can use those if you want, but I'm sticking with fire. Nothing beats a flickering jack-o'-lantern in the dark. And I mean nothing. I learned that technique from my mom. She's super into horror movies, so Halloween is her favorite holiday. I can't say that I really like the scary aspects of it, but everything else I love. What could I say? She rubbed off on me. There. Now that you've opened your pumpkin the right way, it's time to scoop out the guts. Saying that stuff out loud is gross. Talking about cutting open the skin, scooping out the guts, and shaving down the flesh, makes me feel like I'm back in middle school science. Hey, we had that class right before lunch. I didn't eat there for a week. Ugh. Is it really that weird to not like looking at organs? You're just like my mom. Anyways, let's scoop out the candy. What? It makes me feel like we're opening a piñata instead of a dead thing. Remember to put the seeds in a separate pile if you can. What do you mean? Haven't you toasted pumpkin seeds before?
Seriously? Have you even ever celebrated Halloween? I'm not judgy. I'm just concerned. You've been depriving yourself of the Halloween essentials for years. I mean, you haven't carved a pumpkin since you were 10. You've never eaten toasted pumpkin seeds. And let me guess, you stopped trick-or-treating after I moved away, didn't you? That's why I call you boring. For your sake, I'm making up for your lack of All Hallows Eve with the biggest Halloween ever. You'll see what you're missing out on. Trust me. After this year, you'll never want it to be a month other than October ever again. Come on! We'll tear it up like old times. Like that year we dressed as a ghost in Ghostbuster. Remember how much candy we got from doing that hunting routine for the neighbors? Sure, we can't exactly trick-or-treat anymore. I mean, not without getting weird looks, but you're never too old to have fun. Finally, something we can agree on. Now, got all your, candy cleaned out? Great. What are you doing? No, you cannot start carving yet. You need to draw your design. You only have one pumpkin. You gotta make it count. So here, I have some sketch paper you can use to try out different looks. Even if you are just doing a normal face, you might want to experiment with different shapes. Who knows? Maybe you'll find something you never thought of before. Okay, at least draw on your pumpkin before you carve it. All right? Of course. It'll give you a good outline so you don't accidentally misalign anything. Yeah, here's a marker. Of course I do this every year. Well, my mom did a lot of this stuff when I was little, but she taught me well. Hmm? Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to think. Well, I could always go with a more simple design. Something like a goofy monster with silly eyes, or I could challenge myself and make an elaborate scene, like a witch's hut in the woods. But I don't want to upstage your pumpkin. It would be lame if your first Halloween in ages was spent with all the neighbor kids going, "Wow, that pumpkin sucks." Hey, you stop celebrating as soon as I skip town. I'm allowed to bully you a little bit. I'm glad I'm back too. You're a good friend, even if you are kind of boring. You're right. I'd call you that even if you were cool. But for real, what should I go with? Whoa. That idea is amazing. You make your classic looking jack-o'-lantern, and then we'll give my pumpkin a knife so it looks like it's carving yours. Oh, we could even keep the little pieces you cut out of yours to scatter around. You know, you're not bad at this. I guess you haven't lost your fun after all. Okay, let me see here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Maybe no. Yes. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. And done. which one do you think I should go with? Should I try the more focused face or the one that looks happier? Yeah, I think you're right. That'll make for a fun scene. Hmm? Oh, that's because I have a bit of an advanced technique. You see, normally you only have 2 layers when carving a pumpkin, but you can actually get 3 if you're really skilled with it. Well, you have the outer layer, the skin, and then you have the empty inside. But if you just carve off the skin and leave the flesh there, ugh, that sounds gross. Um, uh, if you just carve off the paper mache and leave the confetti, you have a 3rd layer. The light gets muffled by it, but not completely blocked out. So it's basically like shading. Yeah, that was my mom again. She said she learned it watching some competition show back in the day. Took me ages before I could finally do it on my own. Looking good, if I say so myself. What about you? Yes. Now we can start carving. Oh, but make sure to cut around your outline, otherwise your pumpkin will be all smudged with marker. Cutting into the big ones takes some strength. These things are super tough. No thanks. I welcome the challenge. After all, you can't spell Halloween without Hall-o-ween. And that sounds close to Hall of Wind, so, I'm not sure where I'm going with this. Hey, you can't blame me. Blame the pre-Halloween jitters. They make me act crazy. Damn it, you're right. I should have said Batty. Shoot! No, don't worry. I just shaved off a piece I didn't mean to. No. It's not your fault. Don't apologize. Besides, there's a way I can fix this. Oh, it's just a super secret spell that only witches from Halloween Town would know. But if I showed you, I'd have to kill you. Can't let the secret get out. Sorry. Well, if you insist. Abracadabra. Hocus pocus. Toothpickius! Yep, you can use toothpicks to stick parts back on. Just stab one end into the piece you dropped and the other into the pumpkin confetti. And ta-da! Good as new. Mm-hmm. Take it from the Halloween master. Especially in the dark. No one's gonna notice. I was serious about having to kill you, by the way. Now hold still. I'll make it quick. I guess I can let you live until Halloween. Wait, you're done already? Huh. I guess I'm so used to big fancy pumpkins that I forgot how fast a normal one can go. Well, since your hands are free, mind sorting through the candy to take out the extra pumpkin seeds? Trust me, once you taste the finished product, you'll thank me for making you get as much as possible. Thank you. This is gonna be the best Halloween ever. Just you wait.